To stage. I think it says I'm live. Ta-da! Sorry, I just bashed my knee just before I decided to come in the house and just didn't tickle. Cheers to all that showed up, suited up, and wanted to hang out with the likes of me. What is happening, fam? Oh, man. Who's all here tonight? We've got... I'm gonna figure this out here. Go back. We got the Duckyard, me. Mr. Phil from Water to Field, Bama Ninja, Bushcraft Rebooted, Mr. Neil, Mr. Carl, Groundfog, Bama, Mr. Mock, Bushcraft Rebooted. Oh, and Mr. Rhino. What is happening, my friends? Man, I'm just glad I'm wearing black pants, because had I been wearing like tan khakis, I would have to roll up my pants because, ow, freaking frack. So we have an ottoman for our couch and whatnot, and it's not like a table, so I put a piece of glass on top of the ottoman that's the same size, so we could put like coffees and, you know, for watching a movie, we can eat our dinner there and whatnot. But man, I bashed my knee right nice on it. Is the audio okay? Can you all hear me? I might add. Well, it's just me. It's just me. And the likes of the better half. Hi, wifey.
Hello, everybody.
Hello, people. Everybody can, yeah, everything. Yeah, outing, ouch, ow, 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 ow. How was everybody's week? Anything spectacular happening in people's lives this week? Hanging out with the Crispy Boys this week. We've come up with an idea. So you know those hand knuck thingies? It's like a brass knuckle, but it's just like a one knuckle kind of thingy thing. But we're thinking about doing a wooden version. And I've got some seasoned arbutus. It's like a hardwood that I have access to out here. And I'm going to make moose knucks out of wood. Wooded moose knuckles. Knucks. But out of arbutus and a hardwood. So that's what I'm trying to do this weekend. I'm making moose knucks out of wood. And who knows? I've got so many projects that I'm trying to figure out, like knives and this and that. I have a knife that I've got a few knives that I've got to finish before I commit to this idea. But I have the wood. I want to make one tester just to see how hard it would be to use a Dremel and kind of shape a moose knuckle into it and see how take the measurements on regular knucks that people buy and go from there. Mr. Neil's got the new Rat 1, Rat 2, Sativian ST 149, and a CRKT Pillar 3. That's a handful and a mouthful. Boss called me in after the third hour driving home today. Said I could take next week off paid. Man, that's dope. That is good. And if you work hard, you should be rewarded like that. People should appreciate people that are good at their jobs. And Mr. Rhino, I know you're probably damn good chef. Sporting that choo-choo gear, man, that's got to be awesomeness times 10 factor for sure. There was an active shooter a quarter mile from your house. Oh yeah, you wrote that earlier. Man, that's multiple people are injured, eh? That's scary. What's going on? Pocket knives and harmonicas? How you doing, Mr. Brenny? It's funny, I'm rocking the knife that Mr. Brenny hooked me up with today. The Tonto from Kershaw. And I've got its twin right here. And this is the Leek. This is my today's carry. And of course, obviously, where's the other one? Oh, I left it on the table when I kicked the table. Yeah, that was awesome. And seriously, that's just horrible news. Sorry that they're still like I just don't understand. I just don't understand. It's so hard for Canadians that are like all playing with full deck get guns up here. But yeah, man, it's just that's just tragic. Did it loosen up? Yes, it has loosened up. And I like played with this part, played with the pivots and whatnot. I mean, it's still stiff, but snaps out, no problem. That's one thing I'll just never understand. Like why I understand that they want to inflict so much pain on other people if they're hurting and whatnot, but like I don't understand. Just don't understand. Carried the PM2 in S90V. Isn't that basically the their proprietary steel? It's not a proprietary steel, but is the S90V the common steel on Spyderco's? Do you have a video of your not like on YouTube about your chef knives? I don't think you have any content, do you? And it's true. Everybody has problems, but like, man, just S30V is their common. Yeah, I thought so. Hey, Mr. Greg, what's happening? How you doing this evening? How's your week? So Grumpy's been doing, and so is Mark has been doing their shout outs. And I'm gonna do a shout out to an American knife maker. His name is Mr. David. And he made this Cetus. And now that I've played with it for a while, it's such a nice knife. Clicks in nice. But he even pre-warned me that the scales are very delicate and to be gentle with them. And I'm like a bull in a china shop at best. And I tightened it a tad too much and cracked the last screw. But I love the knife profile. I've always loved flat blades, and I think it's a Hologuiden as well. And of course wood. Wood is my jam. I love wood. Another one that I like is the petrified fish one, and it's got the flat blade as well. It's like a barber style straight razor. But yeah, man, that's Mr. David's design. I got the stone washed one with the wood scales because, man, really is a sexy knife. And it comes with both sides of the clips because the way they machined it, the pocket clip is different on each side. So he sends both a left and a right side pocket clip with them. But yeah, that would, dang. Yeah, the Scholar, man, I'm telling you, I've lost so much blood to this knife, but the olive wood handles on it, damn sexy for sure. And the patina, after wearing or playing with it for so long and whatnot, you can tell the color difference. I don't know if this is olive wood or not, but it looked like this when I got it, and it looks like this now. So you can see the difference, the lightness of the wood, and then putting your hands and grubbiness all over it for multiple times gets that nice worn in nice look. But yeah, tonight's shout out goes out to Mr. David from Orion Knives. These are dope knives. So if you're looking for an American made, I don't know the whole, if he has it made out of, or if it's made in or in the States, but yeah, Mr. David's pretty dope. Bama. What City Knives too? Long time no show for me. Sorry, buddy. Man, seriously, I'm just stoked that anybody wants to hang out with the likes of me on a Friday evening. We appreciate it, that's for sure. And we always thank the vets on the channel, because if it wasn't for their service, we wouldn't have the likes of YouTube and free world that we live in. So big thank you to all the men and women who serve the countries that we are attached to. Because I don't know about you, but I like having this kind of life. We don't have much, but what we have is enough to keep us happy and trudging along. But yeah, moose knucks. What do you guys think of that? Got this, what did I do with that one stick? It's got, what did I do with it? Well, it's right here. So that's basically what a hoof looks like. So I'm going to figure out how to incorporate a hoof onto a knuck. Maybe make it so it's standing up like this, so you can stand the knuck up. You know what I mean? I don't know. Just thinking about it. I know. That's the whole ha 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 hardwood. That's a good question. I really don't know. I don't know that. That's a good question. But yes, Papa Rhino. Yeah, buddy. How do I make that? You know what I mean? Like a diamond ring, and then a moose knuckle is the diamond. Anyways, I just gotta sketch it out and try and figure out how to make it look like how. You know what I mean? Monkey Mike, what's happening? How would you try and convince it? Just like I wouldn't even know. I wouldn't even know, Brenny. Gotta love it, Greg. Seriously. How was your week, Greg? I think the grocery store knows my infatuation with gnomes, because every time I go into that store, there's a different gnome for me to purchase. I was pretty proud of myself that I didn't buy the 3-pack that I don't have yet last time I was in the grocery store, but I think the next time I go in the grocery store, I'm going to buy all 3, because I don't want them to be lonely. I know there's a whole basket full of them, but They're kind of like the cheersing gnomes that I showed last gnome video I made. I think it was the last one. I don't know. I'll go get them and I'll show you what I'm talking about. I'm just showing the cheersing gnomes. Because everybody knows gnomes, right? Choo Choo the gnome. He's my gnomie for sure. But we got the cheersing gnomes. We got this gnomes. This is a little goblet of moonshine. And then her gnomes. So, cheersing it up. Oh. Cheersing it up, right? But they have 3 more versions, but they're not cheersing. They're like, one's going like high five, and then there's one guy kind of doing like this, which is kind of like my kind of grumpy guy. And then there's another guy that's doing like this. He's like the YMCA kind of guy. But no loam should be loam. No, alone. Gnome alone? Gnome. All I know is they're all my gnomes. They're my gnomies. And they're very, very photogenic on little videos. So when we go into the Fern Gully and we want to do videos, like we always end up taking like a Choo Choo or other gnomes just to like have photo bombs with. I guess you had to be in there to understand. Mark's been to Fern Gully. He understands. But, who's got the Cross Canada knife now? That's a good question. Who did you send it out to? Did you send it to somebody, Mr. Carl? Any pets besides the gnome? We've got there's an elk named Bob that comes around often. We have this rascally little mink that's catching the rabbits around the yard. So we used to have a lot of rabbits. Now we're having just a few rabbits now. We have an Ashka and an Andy, and they're both dogs. And Ashton EDC has the knife now, Mr. Brenny. Bones! Chef Barnard Bones! What's happening? We have a roach gnome. We have roach gnomes around here. They go around after dark picking up all the roaches we drop, and then they smoke them. True story. Nice! Biggie DeFoot. Yeah, we've got a Biggie DeFoot too. He always wants to get lost. Biggie DeFoot. Biggie DeFoot. Biggie DeFoot. He always wants to get lost with us. Look at his epic Dexter that he has. Like, seriously. Fantastic Dexter. That Biggie DeFoot. Biggie G. He's got some big feet. But he always wants to get lost. So. Oh, and I have um I got a whole bunch of Star Wars figures to play with now too. Can't wait to enjoy and introduce those guys because I've got them all. I got like a Jabba the Hutt and a little Ewok, and I got Chewie and Yoda, and I got them all basically. But they're, yeah. My Chihuahua chases all the rabbits. We have rabbits under our deck and around the pool. Yeah, rabbits. The mink, they love them, and the mink have and same with the stoats. They have extraordinary endurance, so they'll out like rabbits just hop around, right? They'll kind of sprint out of harm's way, but as far as like their endurance is not as good as minks and or stoats. They'll chase them around until they're tired, and then they'll just jump on their backs and at night. It's pretty cool. Yeah, totally. He totally does. He's got the greatest Dexter though. Yeah, and he had the stick, and yeah, I remember that. Wasn't that on like same with Rocky and Bullwinkle? Oh, Mom, what's happening, brother? Sorry, I didn't even say hi to you. Mustelids are vicious hunt. What's a mustelid? I'll have to Google that. What's a mustelid? Mustelid. Like a part of the weasel family. Mustelid. Oh, like Wolverine. So yeah, basically like a ferret or a weasel of some sort. Mustelids, I guess, are a badger, stoat, weasel, Wolverine. Basically, very vicious little gnarlies. Basically, yeah, unga bunga. And then he would jump in the air, and his feet would go like this. I remember that. Bigfoot also lives back home in New Jersey. It's a family of the weasel. Yeah, I figured that. Google is a son of a bung. Unga bunga son of a bung. The marvelous mustelid. In British Columbia, members range from the tiniest weasel, only slighter than bigger than a mouse, found primarily in the grasslands of grasslands in the to the infamous sea otter, a marine mustelid that can live its entire life without leaving the water and weighs up to 100 pounds. And I've seen some of those sea otters. They're little savages, and they gain up, especially if they have a pack of otters. Like, look out! And if they don't want you in the water, they'll harass you until you leave. I used to surf. There was two things I always was worried about, especially in breeding seasons, is the sea lions and the sea otters. Because yeah, nasty little creatures, and they stink. Mr. Douglas, Mr. Joe, thanks for showing up this evening, you guys. I appreciate it. I'm co-hosting another show with Mr. Carl on Mondays now, and it's at 8:30 Pacific time. And Mr. Carl does this little game, a monthly game, and it's like a Family Feud kind of deal. Survey says gives a survey of 100 people and guess the time, like the highest amount of janitor, like see, what are they called, profession starting with J was the last one. So janitors and jewelers and jockeys, and that was fun, eh, Mr. Carl? But yeah, we're doing that on Monday nights at 8:30 Pacific. Otters can be dicks for sure. I know for a fact, because I've been told to get out of the water by said creatures. Do you have a wrench, Mr.? Let's see. Sorry, make sure the sound is off this one, because I remember that was horrible sound. Media down. And then we go here, and then we go here, and then we go. Hello? Work with me. Oh, pardon me. Okay, there's a couple of people that don't have wrenches. I see what you're saying. I'm sorry. Okay, I think Greg doesn't have a wrench. We'll have to remedy that. Mr. Joe doesn't have as a wrencher. And this one as a wrencher. Brandy needs a wrench. And Mr. Wash City needs a wrench. And Brand New Americans here too. What's happening? Dakota in the Woods needs a wrench. Cause no random adventures 2.0 no need for a wrench for me. Just stopping in to say hello. Happy Friday to everyone. Well, thanks for stopping by, brother. I appreciate it. What does the wrench do? Wrench says that you can post links, and as long as you're not being a total douchebag about it and warrant being my finger shooken at you and whatnot, it just allows people to put links up to stuff that they're promoting. BC Bud, yeah, the smokables. This is the nuts. But yeah, random. You can have you're allowed a wrench, just because everybody else has one too. Yeah, it makes it easier for people to jump onto your channel and sub and whatnot too, if you want to throw up your link to your channel, self-promote. It's how this community gets bigger and better. Just don't be a dick. That's all I ask. I have no problems just checking you out and telling you to pound sand. There's no filter on this guy. Have I always been a Hemi head? No. I've had Hondas, I've had Chevys, I've had Toyotas, whatever drove, man. Hashtag D-Bad. Yeah, Mr. D-Bad. He's a Marine. He's a good dude. Yeah, that's the one thing that the little wrench allows is getting people connected easier. So yeah, I hope that answered any questions. Absolutely. I've been subscribed to your channel for some time, but I don't get often to get a chance to watch. When you popped up for a live, I thought, hey, I gotta stop and say hi. So hi. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. Oh, that was weird. So I've got this one going on the side, and it's a few seconds behind. And when I waved, that tripped me out. It was kind of cool. Anyways, internationals are dope. Yeah, for real. Joe's got to go. No worries, Joe. Thanks for stopping by, brother. Zigzags and Colt 45. Virginia Bushcrafter, what's happening? Are you burning it up this Friday? I have not done a Fatwood Friday in a few, actually. I'm gonna do something tomorrow. I'll probably do the a flint and steel. Mr. Carl did a Fatwood Friday. Oh, not a Fatwood Friday. He did it with birch bark. Was that birch bark today, Mr. Carl? The one thing I've been wanting for forever, and if I ever get the chance and I have the opportunity to be able to pimp it right out, I want a Unimog, because those things are damn near impossible to kill. But when you do kill it, or if it grenades on you, it'll cost you. But have I ever used a guitar pick? Yes, I have. Unimog. It's a Mercedes, and it's like the ultimate 4x4. Seriously, like you can't get stuck in those things. It's like a Humvee on steroids. Makes a Humvee look like a Honda Civic, basically. It's a flash tinder that I found, though. It doesn't burn very long, so you definitely have to make sure your materials are all prepped up from smalls to The biggest thing that we have out here is fatwood. We have fir fatwood that's explosively flammable, so we just use that stuff. Yes, you would definitely like it, Mark. I know you love your Hummer, but you have to admit, you even have to admit, Unimogs are basically the baddest machine on the planet. But they're big, they drink the fuel, but they have big fuel tanks, and if you needed to go and get lost, you fill it up and drive it into the middle of the bumfuck nowhere, and you'd be okay. We need to be rich, yes, basically. A good, fully good into a camper, you're looking at, I would say, the better part of $100,000 for a nice one. When I can send some postage, would you send some of that fancy BC fatwood? Absolutely. I'm just so broke. So I mean, if I once I win the lottery, everybody's gonna get their grail. I'll buy subscriptions to any channel that you want to be subscribed to, and boxes of fatwood for sure. Who this chat's going so fast I didn't catch saying somebody was going pocket. Oh, Brenny, gotta go. Wife and my 15-year anniversary. Oh, congratulations, Brenny. That's huge nowadays. Seriously, congratulations to you and the wife. Seriously, it's quite the feat to get past that 10-year mark, but like you're into the second decade already. So cheers to that, man. I'm so broke I can't even pay attention to. That's funny. I'm so broke if it cost me a dime to shit, I'd have to puke. Wish I could. Oh, this is going so fast. Oh, I can. Oh, I've got two. That's right. There we go. Necessity for food. I wish I can chase the rack, but I have to chase the meat on their backs. Yeah, the back straps are the best. Caught up with any of this hitting the subs. Looks like some great channels. Look forward to catch up with some videos. Yeah, seriously, this community is the knife, the fatwood, the bushcrafty community. Like I've never met a community so giving and just. And the best thing about it is you can wean out the fakes really easy. And most of the people that are in this community are pretty solid people. So, Miss Jessica, how you doing? How are the kids? Miss Jessica says hello. Hello. Mr. Matt's looking down. I love that I put it right there because it's a good reminder of how many awesome community channel members are looking down upon us. It's pretty cool. I have a small Hummer, but CH3 the same size as a four-door Jeep Rubicon. Oh, okay. But it's a little wider. Do you have the option to lower and high with the tire pressure in your Hummer? Say hi to Kimmer's. Kids are good. I'm on the way to co-workers, friends. Miss Jessica's going to hang out with some friends tonight. I think she's plugged in. Took the back seat out of my PT Cruiser. A lot roomier now. You can get some pretty cool attachments to those PT Cruisers. Nissan. Yeah, Nissan makes good product. Same with Toyota. I like the what's the hardest fire I've ever had to make? Learning the bow drill. But once I learned how to do it, that and then doing the flint and steel. Once you learn how to do the things and categorize that knowledge, making fire is pretty simple. It's just the friction fires were probably the hardest ones for me to figure out, but after actually I've got my kit right here, and this is store-bought cedar, cottonwood, and in the spindle there's I can't remember what Mr. Johnny, it's like a door roller kind of deal with bearing for the bearing block, so it spins really easy. So that was probably the hardest one for me to learn, though. Gotten into chemical fire making at this point. Bye, Miss Jessica. Gotten into chemical fires, yeah, like the one with the sugar and that chemical, and then you rub the two together. Is that what you're talking about, Mr. Dakota? Took you a long while to finally get the bow drill. Yeah, it's one of those things. Like, see, I've got bad knees, so kneeling down on cold ground, it's hard on my knees. But I found sitting, if you get the right position, you can sit down in a chair and hold like steady your fireboard with your foot and still do the hole. It's just a matter of angling yourself right, sitting down. I got a no-build Super Outback that I use for camping car, refrigerator, power bank, bed. Slept out of it for 7.5 weeks, traveling from PA to California and back. 9,350 miles. That's a good little trip. I went through from island to island across Canada on a crotch rocket, and I'll never ever do that again. But I did that twice, and with a little backpack tent. It was yeah. I'll never do it again. But yeah, I want. Well, like I said, if I win a lot of money, I want a Unibog. But if I win like a nice chunk of money, I want to put like 5 into to the Durango and get one of those rooftop tent setups, and then a double wide or double axle tow behind trailer. But PT was badass. A PT Cruiser. Carbs outdoor. Holy hell, random E. PT Cruiser for life, Virginia. It's okay. $20 is $20. It's true. I think I caught up. No rooftop tents. Well, that's the joys of pee bottles. You just Honda Element was the best camping vehicle. Dakota in the woods. Ford. Your dream truck is a Ford 150. Mark, you're funny. Honda Element, eh? There was one that was it was made by Buick, I think, and it had this attachment tent thing that came out of the back of the. I think it was a Aztec. Maybe it was a Pontiac Aztec. Pontiac. Whoever made that that SUV that had the tent that came out the back. I think it was the Pontiac Aztec. Pontiac Aztec. Tent. Yeah, it was the Pontiac Aztec that it came with. Factory tent. It's the first company that did that, I think. Crappy Aztec, yeah, the Papa Rhino, you even knew it. Element had a factory tent that hooked to the Honda, yeah. Survival man. I've seen them. There's a guy that I think it's maybe that's the Firebox guy, Firebox stove guy. I think I watched one of his. No, he's got the goats. I think maybe I'm thinking of somebody else. But there's this little, like it looks like a little suitcase moped thing. I think I've seen that. Survival moped. I think so too, Papa. Papa. At least you can boot a bear in the face instead of him like just going like this and swiping a big hole in your tent. I do have a $49 from Amazon hatch tent that comes off the hatch. Cool, like a rainfly kind of deal. Just soil yourself. The bear will get disgusted and leave you. Or he'll be like seasoning. Hey folks, deer season starts tomorrow. I gotta get some sleep. Y'all are awesome. Mr. Jerbs, thank you for bringing us all together tonight. Stay safe and wear your orange. Totally. Stay blessed and good hunting. Hopefully we'll be seeing some videos of you showing your spike or hat rack. It's just extra seasoning. They usually tend to go for your guts anyways, so liver, spleen, heart, kidneys. I slept in the back of the Xterra or Hummer with 0 complaints. They fit a queen mattress perfectly. Oh, that's living the dream, man. Bebe?
Yeah.
Is the coffee still on?
Oh, yeah.
Sweet.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. I'll be right back. Because that's a sad situation. Oh, thank you. I got the best wife. Are you buggering off, random? Thanks for stopping by. Hope your weekend is totally awesome. Picnic baskets. Those are the best ones. There's no Yogi the Bears out here, that's for sure. Thanks, baby girl. Yep.
Might have been a little bit too much cream.
No, there's no such thing.
Okay. Love you.
Love you. Thank you. Oh. Life is good, folks. Life is good. So, what's the plan for the weekend for everybody? What are you all doing? I never saw a bear, just elk. You don't go hunting the first day, week. I train it a week. Not as many. See, we live. There's a lot of hunters in our area, but all the hunters have their own little areas that they go to, and yeah, there's no lack of deer, or you have to get a draw for the elk out here, but there's tons of deer out here. He's got the H3 monkey. Right, Papa? You got the 3. What are you talking about? You don't have to go anywhere. You got it right here. Oh, yeah. The gun show. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Groceries today. Laundry and groceries. I forgot tomorrow. Nice. Gonna go see a movie. Which movie are you gonna go see? Not accepting brides after December 25th, 29th. The Marvels. But up until the night of, or the morning of December 30th, you're taking bribes? Is that what you're saying? Good to know. Good to know. The Marvels. We haven't gone to a movie in, I don't even remember what. Baby?
Yeah.
Do you remember what movie we went to see, the last movie?
I think it was an Iron Man.
The third one?
I think so, yeah.
I think you're right. That's the last movie we went to see. It was Iron Man 3. So that was many moons ago, basically. The Trudeau joke. I can't remember the Trudeau. Did I miss something? I might have missed something. I'm always missing something. The only thing I know is I don't know. There. Okay, go back there, and then the Trudeau. I don't know. Did I miss it? I might have missed it, Mr. Carl. I'm sorry. The was the lesser of the 3, that's for sure. Gonna try and go watch the #1 ranked college basketball team play tomorrow. That'll be interesting. Which one is that? I like that we could all sub and promote and help each other's channels grow. It's fantastic. SD Mountain Man, what's happening? Thanks for joining us. University of Kansas City Jayhawks. Jayhawks, eh? Sounds like a raptor if I ever heard of it. Hawks are fantastic little creatures. You rode in it and fell in love? Yeah, I'm telling you. Any Ferrari that I'd ride in, I'll basically fall in love with, even if it's an older one. Or any, yeah. That was a squirrel if I ever saw it. SD Mountain Man, how you doing, brother? Thank you for joining us this evening. Thinking about dirt bikes riding or quads. Motorcycle license since 85. I've never had a motorcycle license, but did a lot of riding. A lot of riding, like dirt bikes, quads, street bikes. Yeah. Never had my bike license though. And that's probably not a good thing. Yeah, when you put the bike away, it's like it's like you're disciplining yourself for something. It's not fair. You know what I mean? The Argos. Those are those wide tired ones, aren't they? The Argos. It's totally not fair. It's like you're being punished. It's just not fair. Are they still on the truck? Yeah, just oh yeah, the Argo. That's right. That's I was watching. I can't remember what. It's like an Alaska show, and there was this lady named Sue, and she had an Argo, and it was the way she it was like a heated cab and whatnot. Yeah, those things are cool. Life Below Zero, that's what it was. And the lady was her name was Sue, and I think it was I can't remember if she had a six wheeler or a eight wheeler. Now that I'm thinking about it, but they float and everything. They're like it's like little aqua cars. Pretty neat. My mom had a boyfriend back in the day where he had a like a 3-seater hovercraft that was like riding a bike basically on the ocean. That was fun. Yep, Sue. I forgot about that. Yeah, yeah, totally. We got the canoe. My paddles are right there. Kimmer's, and then mine is green. Wrapped it with some extra cordage just in case, because you never know, right? You just never know. we traded our sailboat for the canoe. We got the sailboat from our doctor for free though, so it was a good trade. But yeah, I don't know. 3 kayaks, 2 boats, trying to sell the best one. You trying to sell it all? Why are you selling all your stuff? Just getting tired of it? See, the sailboat was kind of cool. I never took it out. It was like it was a land yacht for the longest time, and um, I don't know how to sail, so it was just sitting there doing nothing. Oh yeah, we have the inflatable Zodiac too, but we don't have an engine for it. But yeah, we like our um my sock. Just dropped my sock. Um I know a guy that went on that show. Um what's it called? Dragon's Den, I think it was called, the Canadian version of it. And he had his own backhoe company. I worked with him when I was doing perimeter train stuff, but he had a kayak company that he got funded through um, Dragon's Den, Ocean River Kayaks. He's actually a pretty big company nowadays, but his shop is in on the island in Victoria area. He's got another shop in Nanaimo. Like, he's got shops all over the place. Chemainus. I think he started in Chemainus. That's where I met him, was when I was in Chemainus. But yeah, he had a backhoe company that we used to use for digging the trenches for the perimeter drain. Jixter 11. That's trying to trade up to an Argo 8x8. Yeah, those Argos are dope. You sold it? I remember when you were all fixing that all up. You were making video about that. I remember that. Oh, my little brother just called. The live is, well, another 15 minutes. I sit on top guy myself, hobby and native watercraft are my favorite to fish on. But a sit in for fast water. You like the whitewater kayaks? How far am I from Labrador? Labrador is on the other side of the country. I'm in BC. Oh, BC. I live on Vancouver Island. Labrador is and Newfoundland is on the East Coast. So it's like 9 o'clock at your time then. Mr. Brand New American. Just like kayaks, but fishing kayaks are my jam. I have hobby and native watercraft sitting on top fishing. And a 7-foot sit in if you want to go play in whitewater. Nice. Big game prowler years ago. It could stand up and boat fish like 13 feet long. Neat. There's a lot of paddle boarders that do some of the areas on this side of the lake. We're on the windy side of the lake, so all like when the wind kicks up, it comes this way to our shores. So, but we're on the sunny side, so yeah, I mean it's on the other side of the country for sure. I know to Nova Scotia was like 5,900 kilometers, and I know it's further than Nova Scotia. So only 71 hours. That's right. You know, less than 3 days I can drive you there from here. Probably a little bit less because I tend to have a little bit of a lead foot. Gas is on the right, and it tends to my foot gets tired on long trips, so it just kind of drops the hammer a little bit more. Yeah. Mr. Carl, seriously, the Newfies and the Nova Scotians are probably some of the best people I've ever met in my life. Miles, you're talking probably 4,500 miles. Ish. Plus or minus 500. Alaska, big moose hunting is on the need. I not that I like killing things, but like yeah, big mountain of a moose. Man, I was pretty much banging on with the 5 plus minus 3,900 miles. Alaska would be a good one. Hammer some of the cane salmon that they have, like the salmon that are like basically the size of me. 6 foot salmons. Wouldn't mind catching one of those, that's for sure. If the road wasn't like an enduro style road to get to Alaska, it would be nice ride for sure. Do the sea to sky highway all the way up. That'd be awesome. Canada knows how to party some good though. Can't knock you from doing that up here. And our beer is a little bit stronger than the Yankee version. I think it's your beer is what, 3% alcohol, something like that. Mark. Well, if you ever find that sugar mama, tell her to buy a house. We will take care of the property and whatnot and live on the property and pay rent for said property, but it could be like a vacay party house for you. I don't know. It's like our percentage is 5% alcohol, or some up to 8% on in the beers. So I you're over 10%. Like artisan beers and stuff, eights and sixes. I thought you guys for some reason had weak beers where it was like 3% beers. I don't drink anymore, so I don't even know. But I smoke the best of the greens, so and grow it. So yeah, I figured so. Craft beer. They had there was one beer that I really liked, and it was from Stanley Brewing Company, and it was a winter ale, and it was probably one of my favorite beers that I consumed. And they were big bottles, so you had like a liter of beer. 3% was gas station beer back in the day. Yeah, so that shows you how long has it been since I've been to Yankeeville. Guinness. Hey, you like the thick ones, eh? Yeah, I don't. It's almost. I can't remember the last time I drank a beer. It was. I know. The last time I got loaded was on my birthday, like a whole bunch of years ago. Can't remember, 6 7 years ago. You and me both, Papa. Coffee and chocolate. Chocolate's the big one. I used to love the sour candies, like the sour gummy candies. But yeah, I love chocolate. Chocolate is like my jam. Like Kit Kat, give me a Kit Kat and a cup of coffee any day of the week, and I'd be happier than a pig and shit. I'm just not a good drunk anymore. Like I used to just drink to get obliterated, and yeah, and I wasn't a good drunk. So I just decided keep my relationship with Kimmers nice, and just stop drinking, grow weed, and be a hippie. My goal is to be a gnome. That's all I know. Yeah, I had to. I had like it was definitely a sport. Who can get shittered quicker? Right? And like I had that moraholic. Like I could not stop drinking. Like once I had that, I could drink one safely, but if I drank anything more than one, like my alcoholism would kick in, and I would just get drunk, and I just couldn't do it anymore. And Crown and Ginge was my poison for sure. Crown Royal and ginger ale was many bottles just trashed. I'm not allowed to skydive. My brain won't let me. I've always wanted to get into it, but like if I get pushed the wrong way, or if like I pull that cord, that jolt would like I got blood clots in my brain, so I can't. Nope. Skydiving is Crown Royal Nut, apple cider, and salted caramel crown. Man, it's dangerous, is what it is, Papa. Jervis reminds me of a song I heard today. I think Blake Sheldon sings it. I'd do a wingsuit, but I know I'd probably die. I would be the guy that wanted to be this close away from the concrete wall that you're going past. I know I would die on that too. Yeah, for sure. Papa Rhino skydiving was my life up until 2020. It's probably a lot of things I'll never do again. Yeah, yeah. When you crack that throttle, there's nothing like it. I'd like to get a nice Ducati, like the 999 or the 996. I like the older ones, the throaty, nasty rubber, 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 rubber. Yeah, those Pangalis are pretty nice too. Pangalani, Pangali. I can't say it, but those are. Oh yeah, Papa Rhino. The shifter carts. Yeah, Papa Rhino was at one of the ones with the racing ones. There was nothing like going 50 mile an hour. Like they probably had them tuned where they couldn't go faster. You did pass one? Nice. I bet they have them governed, Papa Rhino, because those ones can go up to like 80 mile an hour easily, up to 100 mile an hour. fuggin fun for sure. Always good to hang out with good people, and it's nice to see that you got to hang out with your buddy. That's always fun, especially enjoying fun stuff with your friends. That's the best. They used to have a Honda a Honda Odyssey go kart track, and it was like a 4x4 track, but it was just north of Nanaimo, and somebody died in that park. So I guess the insurance basically covered that one accident, and yeah. But that was lots of fun. Honda Odysseys are pretty sweet. Any of those new Razors and side by sides, those look like a lot of fun. The Can-Am side by sides, some of the race ones, those ones look a lot of fun. We always see people with trailers going, and they're just so many of them. Yeah, it doesn't take much to take out somebody. Couple marbles on a corner, deer jumping through the bush, seagull at the beach. I know that one. Lots of seagulls. Well, my family friends, come to that 1.5 hour mark. Thank you for hanging out with likes of me. Remember, on Mondays, I'm the co-host of Mr. Carl's Most Excellent Adventure, 8:30 Monday evenings. Come hang out, play some games, and smile about some fun stuff that Mr. Carl always pulls up on the Duck Stream now. He calls StreamYard Duck Stream. I think that's funny. But hug a vet, thank a vet, appreciate a vet, and know all the vets that made our freedoms happen. Definitely appreciate those guys, because gives us the opportunity to do things like this. So big cheers to the oh yeah, Mr. David is today's shout out. Ryan Knives makes them really good. He's got a new drop coming pretty quick here too. I can't remember what the name was called, but he's got a new one coming. And yeah, Mr. Carl started doing, it was the Fat and Foul Mouth. He would hang out with Bob 5150, the Bob. But the Bob ended up getting a job, and it didn't jam with schedules and whatnot. So now we've got two BC boys hanging out, trying to be funny with y'all. I like the Duck Stream. I think that's funny. And we're on the Duck Stream right now. But always lovely to hang out with the likes of y'all. So thank you again for being here. And remember, any day on the side of the dirt is truly a blessing. So just know that, because it is important. And hope you all have a great weekend. And oh yeah, I told you about the Knucks. So stay. I'll keep you updated on the Moose Knucks. See how that goes this weekend. And stay safe, stay blessed, and know that all y'all are loved. Oh, I have to push it again. That's right. The duck stream tells us to touch it twice.